It's important to remember that we still have a lot of things to be grateful for, and also to remember the people who are definitely struggling more than others.
Yeah, it's a tough time. And I recently spoke with actress Neve Campbell, who's in a film that deals with addiction. And we talked about how any of us could fall victim to it.
Hello, doctor.
Anna, open up.
What is going on?
Let's just dig right in. Let's talk about Castle on the Ground. I mean, this movie has everything. It's addiction, it's losing a parent, it's taking care of a parent, it's recovery. What compelled you to get involved with this project?
Joey Klein, the writer-director, I had not been aware of his work before, but I watched his film, The Other Half, and thought it was really incredible, and he just had a great sense of human nature. And in reading this script, it felt very important. I think the subject of the opioid crisis is, something that should certainly be spoken about and should be something that people are kept reminded of. And I thought it was very well written and definitely wanted to be a part of it.
Do you think that it kind of gives people a sneak peek? We hear about this all the time on the news about opioid addiction, and no one really knows what it's like to be right in the center of it. Do you feel like the film really gives people a realistic picture of what families are going through across this country?
I think it does. I think it gives a really revealing idea of what a quick, slippery slope it can be, how easily you can fall into addiction. And it can happen to anyone. I think that's what people don't realize. It just, I had spine surgery 2 years ago, and I had to take, obviously, some medication for a couple of weeks afterwards. And I can see how easily someone would be able to slip into that if they're not aware. Luckily I have a high pain tolerance. I was aware of how addictive these medications can be, so I made sure that I weaned myself off quickly and safely. But there are so many people who don't know that, and it happens to them. And then there's this horrible term, the junkie, and we sort of put people in this box saying that they made this choice for themselves, where most have not made that choice for themselves. Who decides that they want to become an addict and lose their life and perhaps even pass at some point? It's not a conscious choice.
And I like what you said. It starts off innocent, like no one wants to get hurt and need medication, pain medication. What was it like playing your character? Because, you kind of have to go to a dark place here.
It's okay, doctor. I promise.
It was challenging playing her, but as an artist, it's always great to have a character that you can really dig into and tell a story that might be important. I'm a mom. That certainly helped me. It made it difficult because I had to think about what it would be to have to say goodbye to my sons, but it also made it easy for me to play the role. I think Alex Wolff, the actor who played my son, is phenomenal in this film. He really commits himself to where he needs to go, and so it was not difficult to go there with him.
Yeah, I love the suspense in the movie. And you just mentioned your mom, and I've been asking everybody this. I know I was asking, how are you doing? How are you doing isolated? Do you have any tips for anything? Any cool things you're doing right now?
I think it's the same as everyone. You have good days and you have some more challenging days. I think luckily my older son is in school, so that keeps him occupied for half the day at least. He certainly misses his friends, but he's gotten used to the rhythm of this and is enjoying aspects of it. We're certainly enjoying the family time. We haven't had this much family time in our lives, I don't think. Our 2-year-old is oblivious, beautifully oblivious. It makes us laugh every day, so we're so grateful for that. There's humor in the house. I feel for people who live on their own, and there's so many people going through so many challenging things at the moment. People who normally live check to check. So my heart just goes out. I think we really have to remember how difficult this is going to be, not only during COVID, but after, and look to what we can do to help in some way.
Absolutely. I think this movie is also a good reminder of what people are struggling with right now still, even being isolated,
Yeah. And I think about these, people who are addicted as well. It's already a very isolating, scary, sad place to be. So to imagine those people in this world, in this climate at the moment, it must be so challenging.